Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk About Sleep. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get there, somebody will get a signed copy of this. We got to be in it to win it, so make sure you subscribe. If you have any comments or questions about this video or anything sleep-related, please leave it in the comment section down below. Once a month, I will do a video answering all comments and questions, so hopefully you interact there. And as I always say, these videos are for education only. With that being said, let's talk about today's topic, which is a commentary that I'm going to make on a recent paper that was published in the International Journal of Cancer, looking at cancer risk and sleep duration. Okay, so this was a study of, I'm just going to be looking at my notes, I think it's about 200,000 Japanese men and women. And they took a look at people in terms of whether they slept less than 5 hours, more than 10 hours, or somewhere in the middle. And what they found was some pretty interesting things. So, again, this is a pretty big sample size. And what they found was those who slept, women who slept more than 10 hours a night had increased risk for cancer. And men and women who slept less than 5 hours a night had an increased risk for cancer. Now, this is not necessarily new information, okay, because this has been studied before. But the question I always ask is why? Why does that happen? What is that? What's going on? Well, with the short sleep, less than 5 hours a night, that makes sense because when you have that short of sleep or your sleep is very disrupted, that increases the amount of inflammation in the body. There's something called cytokines, which are kind of inflammatory markers in the body. Those go up when we have short sleep. Also, it is known, the authors comment on that short sleep increases the risk for obesity, which could increase the risk for cancer, right? But the long sleep, it's also kind of an interesting topic. So why does long sleep in women, right? Why does that happen? Why does that increase risk of cancer? Well, the authors say that it's not really clear, okay? So a lot of this is just speculation, but one of the things is that postmenopausal women, right? So women postmenopausally, they tend to have more disrupted and lower quality sleep. So the increased sleep for 10 hours may be a function of that, right? So they're trying to kind of make up for the poor sleep they're getting by increasing the duration, right? When in reality, it's the disrupted sleep which is causing all these problems down the road of potentially cancer and inflammation and things of that nature. Again, this is not really well known yet. All it's known is kind of descriptive, okay? The point here with all these kind of studies is that if you or yourself has one of these issues where you're sleeping too long or you're sleeping too short, I think you definitely need to get it checked out, okay? Now, there are reasons why somebody may sleep long, okay? Sleep apnea is one cause of those things, right? One cause of those things. Sleep apnea is one cause why somebody may sleep long. Again, just like with postmenopausal, which is also associated with postmenopausal, if you have sleep apnea, your sleep is going to be very disrupted and the brain will kind of be so tired that it kind of tries to extend the sleep it gets, right? That's one possibility. It could be that, there are sleep apnea reasons like idiopathic hypersomnia where somebody may sleep excessively. Okay, depression could do it. All right, but the point is, though, is if you're sleeping more than 10 hours a night, there's usually some reason for it. Okay, so that should be looked into. Conversely, if you're sleeping less than 5 hours a night, usually there's some reason for that. Again, it could be sleep apnea, it could be insomnia, it could be depression, anxiety. All right. So this video is not meant to scare people, but it is meant to say, all right, look, if I have either one of these problems, not here or there, but if you have one of these problems chronically, sleeping too little, too much, another reason why you should go get it checked out is because it could increase the risk for cancer and other problems down the road. Okay? So go through these videos. Hopefully that'll give you some extra answers. Okay? If you have any commentary on this or questions on this, please drop them in the comment section down below, like I said. One other thing I do want to mention here, because this is melatonin has been kind of in the news recently, that there's studies, maybe I'll make a video on that people are taking way too much of it, which I don't necessarily agree with, but, if you buy it just over the counter, sometimes they say that the amount you're taking may actually be 100 times or 500 times more than what it actually says in the bottle. But anyway, one of the things that the authors cite here is that melatonin, if it's reduced, right, that can lead to short sleep as well. Okay, because we know it does help us to sleep. Melatonin is also an antioxidant, right? So if that's reduced, right, there's increased risk of cancer and other things. That could potentially be an explanation. That actually is one of the reasons why people who do shift work, right? There was a study done looking at nurses who did overnight shift work and increased risk of breast cancer. One of the theories is that they had reduced melatonin because their sleep schedule was all over the place, and that was, the anti-inflammatory properties of that were not able to come forth. So again, a lot of this stuff is not well known, okay, and I'm just kind of putting it out there just for interest's sake. But don't take these studies as Bible truth. It's more just kind of adding to the literature of what we know, and hopefully open the doors for new answers. So went on a little sidetrack there, but thank you for watching. Please click like. Please subscribe to the channel. Please go get your copy of this book if you want to. Otherwise, wait till we get to 1,000, and someone will get it at random. Second book in the process. So I'm done. See you next time. Sleep well.